gonna be for those who resonated with the vibe of Group 1, Smoky Quartz. Next 6 months, 2020. Let's see what the vibes got going on for you guys. So basically what I'm gonna do is lay these cards out flat. We got 3, 3, and 3. And I'm going to flip over the Rider-Waite cards first. So we got Ace of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and Temperance. And these are all like massive boss cards right here. So basically the Ace of Swords has a lot to do with breakthroughs, cutting through the bullshit, seeking truth, clarity. The Knight of Pentacles is like a thirst for knowledge, and I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that are like truth seeking and maybe thinking about, I don't want to call them conspiracy theories, but like things that are going on right now with everything in the world. It's causing people to seek knowledge, and the Knight of Pentacles definitely supports that. And it's also about like learning a skill too, and I think that this time is like really like asking us to kind of be creative and maybe follow our dreams and things that we've been putting off. And Temperance is one of my favorite cards. I love this card. It's all about balance, patience, you know, finding that like synergy, and you know, also like having a sense of satisfaction with self and with your work. So yeah, these are 3 dope cards right here. So yeah, we're gonna put those down. Very cool. Alright guys, Group 1. Next 3 cards are coming from the Dark Carnival Tarot. And we got Warrior of Gats, 9 of Fagos, and card number 6, the Lovers. So basically the Warrior of Gats is definitely like a ninja card. This is like a jack of all trades, someone who's very creative, doesn't have a lot of limits, and likes to dabble in a lot of things. So this is definitely calling you to like, you know, get your shit together and school it. I also think that this card is interesting because it depicts Hack Benjamin with like a bunch of buildings on fire, and I just think that that's kind of what's going on now. It's like our old world is being destroyed, and he's chilling with like this heavy duty gas mask, and you know, we're all like having to wear these fucking masks, and it's just kind of a lot. So this card to me kind of also embodies like what's going on right now in the world, and it can be very chaotic, but this ninja's holding it down. So next up we got the 9 of Fagos. I fucking love this card. So this card is like the Karma Millionaire card, and it's just like happiness, joy, and we all know how it feels to be, you know, hanging out with friends and at shows and like just living in our bliss. And I think that this card reminds us to not forget about those moments, and that when they do get to happen again, they're gonna be fucking amazing. And yeah, card number 6, the Lovers. So I know that this is kind of a heavy subject for a lot of people, because I feel like a lot of people are currently seeking new love, or are finding themselves tired of old love. So there's definitely a lot of breakups going on, and a lot of people realizing that maybe they once loved each other but they don't anymore, and that's okay. And also I feel like this card tells us to not depend on others for love right now, because really truly we have to learn to love ourselves, and I know it's so hard to do. But the more you love yourselves, the easier it will be for others to love you, if that makes any sense. So just kind of tread lightly when it comes to love right now, and be patient with yourself and be patient with others, and don't give up hope. I know there's a lot of us that feel like maybe the clock is ticking and, you know, love will never find us, but please, I'm telling you, just love yourself and love will find you. So yeah, these are 3 dope cards as well. Very cool. Alright, y'all. Group 1. Last 3 cards. Alright. Interesting. So, we got the Empress, which is Lily. She's chilling, looking all sexy. Then we got Boondocks, the Tower. Wowzers. Holy shit. This is a strong ass card. And then last but not least, the Four of Pentacles, which is my homie, DJ Mad Hatter. Pretty cool. Alright, so basically a rundown of these three cards is the Empress. It's the divine feminine energy, and I think we can all feel it. You know, female energy has been repressed for way too long, and it's about time that, you know, the divine feminine rises up. And it's also about honing in on, you know, Mother Earth and respecting, you know, nature, and just not littering and being more conscious about your carbon footprint on the planet. The Tower is definitely what the fuck is going on right now. I'm sorry guys, but like, this is like abrupt change. The Tower is almost more scary than the Death card, because it really is just like cutting the cord, you know, rebuilding. But, you know, you have to tear shit down in order to rebuild. So in essence, this card can be, it's a very destructive card, but it can end up being a very transitional card and pivotal card, and I think that's what we're dealing with right now. So not all is lost, trust. And then last but not least, the Four of Pentacles. I know this is something a lot of us relate to. It's financial stability, and I know a lot of us have been out of work, and I know a lot of small businesses are suffering, and I think it's more about us honing in on it's interesting that my throat kind of clogged up there, but yeah, I think we're so caught up in the drive for money, and maybe some of that has to do with why we're in this mess right now. And I think it's super important that we look at easier, more energetically efficient ways of working and getting things done, and ready to say goodbye to the old way of almost being a slave for our money. Like, we should be able to survive on this planet without having to work so hard for so long. So I think this reading definitely depicts a lot of power, a lot of change, and definitely, you know, there's no lie that these are crazy times. We're all going through it, but hold on tight. Good days are coming. Trust in the universe. Much love to Group 1. Let's get down to it. Thank you for your patience. It's a virtue. That has a lot to do with the black tourmaline chilling on top there. Alright, let's get down to it. Group 2, next 6 months of 2020. I'm going to do the same. Lay these cards down flat. 3, 3, and 3. And then we'll go more in depth with what's going on here. Alright, so first we'll start with the Rider Queens. Alright, so we got the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Moon. Interesting. So basically, these cards are kind of all over the place right now. The Ten of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards. It's definitely about family and community, people coming together, celebrating. I know one thing that's kind of a bummer about right now is we can't really do that, but don't forget about the good times, and there's going to be more good times ahead, trust. Yeah, unfortunately the Five of Pentacles is like the opposite vibe. It's like this dude like chilling in the snow with a broken leg. Like, it's definitely not fun. But sometimes, like, when we go through the worst things, like kind of like what we're dealing with right now, it definitely helps bring things into better perspective. And like I said, kind of appreciating what we have when we have it more. And the Moon is interesting too, because this is kind of about like shadow self and like looking inward. And I know a lot of us have been self-quarantined, isolated, and alone whether it's we live far from friends and family, or that we're just so petrified of catching this virus that we just don't associate and get close to people anymore. So it's definitely important that if you are alone, that you're making the best of this time. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but like if you are alone, it's like maybe you're alone for a reason, and you're being asked to look inside yourself for answers, and instead of constantly seeking all these external distractions, which we are all guilty of, I think it's maybe a time to kind of sit alone with yourself and your thoughts and your soul and really get down to the nitty-gritty, because it's important. It's important to be in tune with yourself, and I think sometimes we get so distracted from that and we're scared and we run from ourselves, but well, not anymore, guys. All right, so cool. Next 3 cards are coming from the Dark Carnival Tarot, group number 2. Interesting again. Wow, we got the 7 of Gats, the Joker of Axes, and card number 7, the Black Truck. Wow, this is intense. So basically, the 7 of Gats is like authority, just haters gonna hate. I know a lot of us right now are kind of at the mercy of our governments, but it's important that you stand your ground, you speak your truth. I know there's a lot of truth going on, people being exposed to things, ideas, possibilities in political realms, in alien disclosure. I mean, there's just so many levels of truth seeking that's going on right now. So stand up for yourself. Don't let anybody dictate how you feel. Don't let your friends or family control how you feel. Trust yourself, and just know that you got this. And same thing with the Joker of Axes, which is actually the House of Crazies card. This is definitely about intellect and new beginnings and starting creative endeavors. So, you know, don't spend your time in front of the TV and like in living in fear and like what the cops are gonna do or what the government says. Like, it's really time that you just like hone in on your creative self and, you know, let your mind grow. Feed your mind and be creative. You'd be surprised what will happen when you get into that. And then I think the Black Truck kind of represents that. The Rydas card, the Chariot, and the regular tarot. This card's cool. This card's about money, power, wishes fulfilled, and you know, I just think that we're all able to manifest like amazing things if we really just put our heart, mind, and soul into what we actually want. So keep that in mind in these crazy transitional times, because like literally the life that you want to live, like you can have that shit. Right in. Alright, so last but not least, let's get into the MME Underground Collection. Wow, I'm actually really impressed. So first we got the Hermit, which I know everybody be feeling that Hermit vibe right now. Then the Moon came up again, which is interesting because the Moon came up once in this reading. And then we got the Justice card, which is always badass. So basically, Hermit, Moon, Justice. Whew, these are major. Alright, so a Hermit, again, I think we're all feeling this vibe. We're not really allowed to go out and do the things that we're normally doing, whether it's work, whether it's going to fucking concerts or like sports or whatever the fuck, even the gym, like whatever the fuck we were doing, it was like, nah bitch, you need to stay the fuck home. And hermiting is necessary sometimes, like I said previously, with the Moon, which is what came up next. And again, this group too, like this is really, really telling you, you have to look inward. You have to go inside. You have to sit and breathe and try to meditate. I know it's hard. I try to, and it's hard, but like, this is really telling you to get in touch with your shadow self, your true self, your wants, needs, and desires, the things you like, the things you don't like, the people you want in your life, the people you don't want in your life, how you want your future to be, what sparks your soul. It's right there. So please, time to go inward, group 2. And then, yeah, justice. Like, it's all gonna play out as it should, and, you know, I know things seem a bit unfair right now, but it's all gonna level off, and I really think it's gonna be better than ever. I think it's gonna be better than we could ever imagine, but just listen to yourself, listen to the universe, it's guiding you, and I really hope that a little bit of what I said tonight resonated with some of you out there. It was really fun to do this. If you guys enjoyed it, please let me know. ldlha on Twitter, Instagram, it's at @il_e_gal. All of my music is at illegalaxy.bandcamp.com. I know I haven't made anything new in a while, but hopefully that'll change. I'd like to figure out a way to incorporate some of the spiritual and esoteric things that I've been interested in into some new music for y'all. So it's been a pleasure. I really wish you all the best and the most positive next 6 months in 2020. So much love, y'all. Peace out.